YouTube family? It's Artie, the host of the DMC show. Let's talk about it. And what do you think about that? Um, Today is a little bit more ad lib than I would like it to be. It's not exactly going according to plan, but we started and the show must go on. So, as promised, is this weekend's video, and we're going to talk about a little bit about why I'm hosting alone. It does definitely fall into um, the topics that we would talk about here on the show. I got Nappy that's supposed to be here this evening with me, um, and he couldn't make it. He couldn't make it because of just some personal things that are going on in his life. I won't get too descriptive about it because he's not here to exactly share, but it does involve the fact and the issue that his daughter's birthday was, very recent, yesterday or even today, depending on when this gets posted. And he's not able to see her. That hurts, no matter what the reason is. It hurts. Male, female, I'm pretty sure you can relate. Male, female, mother, father. But the show was catered to us dads because we experience those type of feelings the most. We love our children and always want to be around them, especially on days of celebration. So he's not able to make it. So that could be a topic, right? Let's talk about that a little bit. The pain that goes behind that, him not being able to see his daughter on her birthday. How do we feel about that? Because I know personally, I could relate to the man. I've gone through birthdays like that with, a couple of my sons where, I wasn't able to communicate with them even, and not understanding and or really believing in the fact that there is no higher power above me than God. Because like these court systems and whatnot, they're quick to tell you or put a restraining order on you or tell you that you can't see your child or whatever, or something like that or whatever. And then when you have these custody battles and all this other good stuff, and even when there's mandated time with your child, like if the mother doesn't respect the court, then that's just it. Like she just doesn't respect the court, and there's no repercussions of it for it, and the shit is crazy. So basically, it's like nothing you can do, right? You're just fucking stuck. You're doing your hardest. You're running around. You're going to this agency, that agency, these people, that people, and you know what I'm saying? Like the goal isn't accomplished of seeing your child, and like that's what's the most important thing, right? And so I could, I feel his pain behind that, and yeah, no worries, bro. No worries, bro. This is why we're doing this, so we can stop this pain. Or hopefully help someone else, another man down the line or whatever who's going through this. Give them a option, a different option for the moment to feel better as we work on, getting them more time with their child. With that being said, comment and leave your messages of suggestion of your experiences, and we're men, right? And so like if you've watched the first video, if you made it through the first video, I'm sorry for torturing everyone, but if you've made it through that, if you've been faithful and loyal and you've made it through that, you know that I said in there that as men, something that we also do is we take action, right? And so this is a place to discuss those actions. Some of those actions are healthy, some of those actions are unhealthy, but as men, that's what we do. We take action, and I'm here to promote the positive actions, inspire ideas, of more positive actions, um, and eventually provide a resource of positive actions that uh, our network of fathers and men will have access to. Um, and so yeah, so that's what's up, right? So leave a comment if you know of any avenues that we can start to explore on how to remedy this particular situation, because I know it's been quite detrimental to me, um, not being able to see my kids, and I often wonder. This is something that Nap and I, have talked about briefly. Is we wonder if our kids think about us the same way, not exactly the same way, but a relatable way that we think about them um, quite often, and like just wondering about their birthdays, and when their birthday comes along, they thinking about us, because it's like it's driving us crazy, like, you know what I'm saying. um, some of us men, that the situations that we're in, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the first video, but a lot of us don't have criminal records, don't have mental health issues, don't have um, like being on the street tendency, drug dealer issues type stuff. We're not like, it's a bunch of us that are not in that world at all. Not that, I'm exactly like saying like, hey, nah, those guys shouldn't, be around their kids and anything like that. I'm very far from that. But I'm only saying that to say that, like, even the best of character dads, like on paper, like there's, you know what I'm saying, these people are immaculate, they still get put through the ringer, and it's just fucking sad. It's hurtful. It's painful. I'm tired of it, and I want it to fucking stop. But so this is one of the things that we're doing about that, right? So please comment, leave comments, leave your experiences, leave your thoughts, uh, and let's talk about it. Let's let this, because this is a ongoing topic and discussion, right? So it's just like different things that set off this conversation or whatever, right? So this is one of them. I'm gonna move on now to the next topic that I kind of wanted to discuss tonight, which was social media and um, congratulations, condolences, uh, the personal messages that get broadcasted on social media. Um, so my son had a birthday very recently, and of course, I've called him, I spoke to him, even sent him a text. He's in the military, my pride and joy. I've mentioned this before, that he is my pride and joy. All my kids are really, but I emphasize it more with him, so to speak, because I raised him since he was 2 months old. I was, blessed enough, and his mother was gracious enough to allow him to be raised with me. And I say gracious enough because we all know all she had to do was fucking snap a finger, bat an eye, and that whole scenario was ended. So the next topic that we're going to talk about is social media and posting on social media. Not just posting on social media, but like kind of like special moments and stuff like that on social media. So birthdays, my condolences, deaths, those type of things, right? And I bring that up because my son just had a birthday. My oldest boy, he is like he's my pride and joy. Like he's the one, right? That I raised, like that I have the most influence on, and and I don't know. I guess makes me the most proud of me in a sort of way, right? Like so because he's such a great person, like I feel like, damn, I did that. Like that's amazing. Like because I was trying, yes, but like it, he turned out way better than anything that I could ever expected or hoped for. So like yeah, he's amazing to me, and like just a testament that men can do this, and he's definitely part of the reasons, one of my reasons why uh, we are at the point that we are right now in front of all you guys on YouTube, uh, talking about how I want the world to see. Like, I don't feel like it's just me, like, that can do this, because I've come across many men who, have and are, and it's just like for a long time, this was a lonely, painful, just I can't even articulate the way, like I can't even begin to put into words the pain, the distress, the stress of um, like trying to be a single dad and just trying to be the best that you can, and like always having to seems like you're always having to prove that it's okay for your kids to be with you, as if you don't have their best interests with them or for them. And it's just amazing to me, um, like how many great men there are out there, how many awesome fathers and super cool dads there are, and it's like the world chooses to see some other variation of men, and it just weirds me out, and I'm tired of it. And yeah, we have to do something about it, and I am doing something about it. Again, men are men. To be a man is to be also be of action. It's not just running through shit like with your head down or whatever, just running through a wall, be in action. Now you gotta have wisdom too, like um, so, but you have to take action. You have to take wise action. Um, and so, like, that's what this is about. And we're off topic, but back to getting back on topic. Uh, Social media and expressing your emotions towards your personal emotions towards others on social media, right? So for birthdays, condolences, stuff like that, for example. Um, my son had a birthday recently, and I did not uh, say happy birthday on Facebook or Instagram or any other social media platform. However, I did speak to him. I did text him. He's in the military, so he can't just like call up anytime or whatever. I mean, you can, but odds are, right? You got to know their schedule. It's not like they're just out there doing nothing. So anyway, spoke to him, and I want to know what I want to know what I want to know what the people think about that, right? Not that it's going to change my actions um, towards how I communicate with people at the moment, and that could be another topic. As a matter of fact, how I communicate with people, why I communicate with people the way that I do. What do y'all think about that? Is it like, you know you say happy birthday on Facebook because you want that person to know, or do you want his that whoever follows that person to know? Um, you want just everybody who knows you, to know that like you wished happy birthdays to people or condolences. Like when there's a death, and that's there's a death in the family. That's personal. Like when you're sincere. To me, when you're sincere, um, it's a little bit more personal. Phone call, a text. I say a text only because like talking to the person may not be um, as easy as one may think. It may be a difficult time. So just sending the text, just letting them know like, hey, look, but it's personal. It's not out there in Front Street in front of everybody to see, or whoever comes across the page to see, like, oh, all right, damn, or whatever the case they think or feel, or whatever the case is, or whatever. I think it's more personal. It's for the person who's going through the achievement or the loss, right? So, I mean, I think those things are personal. Again, like birthdays, because it doesn't have to be morbid. How about birthdays? Like, I mean, you know, if you're gonna wish the person a happy birthday or whatever, like, is it for who's it for? Is it really for that person? Is it like I don't really get the social media thing or whatever. Is that like a gift as well to have like uh, however many hundreds, thousands, or whatever it is, people say happy birthday. Look, all these people who said happy birthday. How many of those people actually know you? Actually, like, are really appreciative of the day that you were born and brought into this earth, or are they? What is it? And what do we want? And what do we want? Right. So if you guys can comment on that, like why is that a thing? To be so public with private things or whatever. I'm pretty sure if you search, my history, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, I've done stupid and crazy things like that or whatever. And I'm not even sure why, because like half of the people that, did or even didn't answer, like I didn't want, like, what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it really for them. If I was crying out about something, like it was just to like get it off my chest, like, because I can't hold these certain things, and I just have to speak about them, and just vent them out or whatever, not necessarily like, yeah, I want somebody to do something about it. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I want somebody to do something about it. But I mean, I deal with reality, so it's like, yeah, nah, I'm not really doing it like because I expect somebody to do something about it, or what I'm saying. It's just like, damn, I gotta get this shit off my chest, because that can't be a focus for me. For me, my focus has to be, I'm doing something about it. Like I have to be doing something about it. And I often realize that, like, um, a lot of times I'm doing the wrong thing. Like I'm doing something, but it's not exactly negative, but it's not exactly helping the situation. It's not fixing the problem, or even an attempt at really fixing the problem. So what am I doing? So I have to evaluate, but still stay on my understanding that I have to be doing something, because to be doing nothing is the problem. It's just going to grow and compound. So yeah, peoples, let me know what y'all think about that, how y'all feel about that. If y'all have any ideas on how we can help fathers who don't, see their kids as much, how we can change some of that. What are some of the things that have worked for you when dealing with um, another person and seeing your child, and was it how has it been made easier to do those type of things, and then leave some comments on how do y'all feel about um, personal messages in public places, public spaces, right? Um, yeah, I think for this evening, I think that'll be all for this evening. I wish all of you a great night, and oh yeah, I will be looking into some better equipment, because in the future we also want to analyze videos and whatnot. It's a little bit hard to analyze videos while you're using your phone and do the picture type of thing. But and you know what? Talk to me. Tell me if that's something that you would even want to see. Should I review? Do some content review, some stuff that I've like noticed, maybe seen, or think is interesting on YouTube and elsewhere. If we should ever, not ever, because I'm pretty sure that we are, but like just let me know, like if I should make that a major part, or should we just try to keep it to conversations. And again, uh, gonna try to keep this a weekly thing. So next week, um, hopefully, I will have my co-host and he hasn't opted out of doing something like this altogether. Because as I said, I know this is painful. I've been going through um, my issues for like it was at least 10 years, a good decade of court. I had to be in court at least 3 to 4 times um, a year for the last, not for the last 10 years, but for a spell in my life, a whole decade, like back to back consecutive 10 years, that was going on at least 4 to 6 times a year, just trying to see my kids, just trying to make sure that I see my kids. Me being the petitioner, trying to make sure that I see the kids because these women kept, holding the court in contempt for, lack of a better statement. They wasn't they wasn't listening, and yeah, so I kept having to go back to court to try and see my kids. But I've been going through that. That was a decade of that, and like yeah, it's been almost half a decade now, about another 4 or 5 years since then, and I'm able to talk about it now because I would be very angry, like for just no reason, just disgruntled, like I probably was that monster that they was talking about. That I became that monster. Not I was that monster. Like I became that because it's like I'm this happy dad. I'm the happy dad that you see right now, right here in front of you. The guy that wants to spread love and joy and just be happy. That's who I was. And they ripped that away from me. They ripped it away, and I'm finally able to get that back. I don't exactly have the access to my kids that I would like to, but that happiness, that happy part of me, that can that is the awesome dad to them, is slowly but surely is coming back, because I know that I'm actually building something for them. I'm actually going to be able to leave them something that's way better than like any child support that any judge could ever, put on anybody. Like, what I'm saying, y'all, what are you talking about? Nah, there's no amount. I don't care how rich a person is, right? I'm not against child support. I'm totally for child support, by the way. However, how we go about child support needs to be revamped, rethought about, and re-understood. Because if it's for the best interest of the child, then why aren't we using our best tools for wealth, knowledge, and growth for that child? Since, especially, this is when I don't know the exact ratio, but it's a high ratio of judges and family courts and stuff like that, or whatever, that are forcing these things on families. So now, if they're forcing these things on families, why don't they, force actually the best? Why don't they make them invest in whole life insurances? You know, um, ETFs and stocks with dividends. Why aren't they? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't they doing that? Why isn't it like an automatic mandatory like college fund? Like, what I'm saying? Like part of that child support or whatever, it goes automatically into a child fund, because this is the mother and the father that's supposed to be raising this child, right? And so, like, what are her finances doing? You know what I'm saying? If my finances are going to taking care of the house or whatever and all this other good stuff, well, what are her finances going to? Right? Show me a bank statement or some kind of something where you're making sure that this kid's future is on point. You know what I'm saying? That he doesn't have to like worry about taking care of his kids, because we took care of him so well. Like, he's gonna be stacked. Like, that our grandkids will be awesome. Show me that, because that's what I'm doing. If you're not doing that or better, then like, why are you trying to make me do worse? That's what you're stepping in to do. You're gonna come in. You're gonna try and step in the way to make me do worse, to not perform for my kids, so my kids actually turned out a little bit more mediocre, or what? Like, I don't understand the position you want them to be in, because I'm setting them up to be in a position that's, 100 times greater than anything that y'all want to force me to do. So I don't get it. So I don't want to. I don't play. I don't accept. I do not accept. No. Where's the like? There has to be a contract, right? I have to agree to this. Somebody has to agree to this, right? And so that's where I'm at with that. That's where I'm at with this, and that's something else that we all need to be fighting for, right? Because they say they have the best interests of these children at heart. Really, the financial the financial instruments that I know of in the world now, like you're not implementing those for my child. I bet you have them implemented for your child, but you're not forcing no implementation for my child. And you have the best interest. No, you don't. I'm sorry, you don't. I'm sorry, you don't. You're not. No. But I digress, because that could go on for another 8 to 10 hours of me just ranting about that. Um, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. More importantly, thank you for commenting and leaving your thoughts and expressing your opinions. I will read them. I will get back to them, even if it's just a reply with a thumbs up, just to let you know that, yeah, I got your attention. You have been seen. Yeah, talk to you guys next week.